They say cover your ass. Never let somebody determine your safety. If you don't think it's enough, throw more. If you don't think that, you know, you don't feel comfortable taking it, find a way to tie it down to make sure. Good morning, Trucking Tube. So I'm up early this morning. It's actually really dark outside. Most of you didn't know that even though you normally see me run the day shift, there's times that I actually shut down really early and I get up really early. It's to get that freight there so everybody can have stuff. Sorry my camera's fogging up. It's a little weird as far as the humidity and the the humidity and air temperature and all that good stuff. So, oh, good Lord. Anyway, we're gonna hit the road this morning. And once, like I said, sorry for all this stuff. Ugh. Yeah, it's not working. Anyway, Paul's getting close to Iowa today. Yeah, of course, yeah. Anyway, Skitty Coils to Iowa. I haven't hauled Skitty Coils in a while. It's been like forever since I've hauled them. Good Lord, I gotta, hold on, let me try this again. Hey, there we go, that's better. All right, so yeah, Skitty Coils to Iowa. Good little run, about 1,000 miles. We're in Maryland right now. And Elmo just went and did his morning stuff. You don't want to know what that is. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk with you guys a little bit today about something, but you'll have to find out here in just a second. But I'm sure you'll see the next part of the video. Like I said, waking up early is a big thing, and good Lord, it's just like, sometimes you feel like scatterbrain, and you're like, So, sorry if it seems like a little sluggish, and I don't want to talk about it first, but trust me, once I wake up, I'll get good and going. So, stay tuned. What's going on, Trucking Tube? So this morning was a little groggy. I'm sorry for the camera issues. Got a little foggy. I'm awake now. We're good to go. I stopped for a 30-minute break, took a shower. Oh man, I feel like a new man. Every time you take a shower, you feel like a new man. Look at that, it's the finished product from yesterday. I'll actually show what you're supposed to do as far as securing and as well as edge protecting your straps. These are skidded coils. These right here are skidded coils. And you have to take care of your equipment. That's what I want to talk about today. Take care of your equipment. Apparently some drivers don't get, they get accused, the good drivers actually, get accused of not taking care of their equipment and tearing shit up. So always be accountable. Hold yourself accountable for your securement, because that's your lifeline. That's your lifeline right there. That's helping you secure your life, and as well as all the others around you, and getting your product there safely. You definitely want to make sure that you're tightening down your straps. Make sure they're tight. Throw more. There's never no such thing as too much, always a thing as too little. When you're doing forward securement, a lot of people tend to think that forward movement securement means that it's going to stop whatever is going to go forward. No, that is false. And if you think that, get out of a truck, because if it's going to go forward, it's going to go forward. If it wants to go, it's going. You're not going to stop it. The only thing that thing is doing is slowing it down. So let's hope to God you know how to drive the truck, because if you get in that situation and say you had a coil and it rolls forward, it's either you're going to stay with that truck and that coil's going to flatten you, or you're going to turn a certain way and that coil's going to shoot off the front of the deck, or you're going to leave the truck completely and slow down as much as you can, which you're not going to have a lot of time to react. It's going to either be, oh God, it's getting ready to come loose and I heard it, and you're going to have to part ways with the truck, or you're going to sit there and take it. And I don't want to see that happen to nobody. I've seen too many things in the news about drivers getting killed because of pipe coming through their cab. Always use a forward movement securement device, whether it be a horseshoe strap on skidded coils like I have here. Have horseshoe straps front and rear. Always have horseshoe straps front and rear. X strap over the top and one strap over the center. It kind of looks like a star, like the pound symbol on a phone in a way. You guys, getting into the flatbed industry, I'm very passionate about what I do. Don't take it for arrogance. Don't mistake me for a know-it-all, because I am not. I have never been a know-it-all. I never claimed to be a know-it-all. You know, if I come off like that to some of you guys, I'm very sorry, but I know what I'm talking about half the time. I only claim to know a little bit. I don't know a lot. Now, the stuff that I've talked about in videos thus far is things that I've experienced, things that I had known, things that I've learned and passed down to trainees and other drivers that came into the industry. Like I said, I had never claimed to know everything. But you also, like I said, take care of your securement. If it's got a 1/4 inch cut in a strap, throw it out. Or if your company requires it, take it back to them and swap out for a new one. Don't ever let nobody tell you to just keep it and run it. No, that's illegal. That's unsafe, illegal, and it's bad. You know, and I don't know why that some drivers do that. If it's got a hole in it, little hole, it don't matter, 1/4 inch, any kind of hole, you just compromise the integrity of your strap. Throw it out. Or, like I said, exchange it. On the chains, if you can't read the load rating, or the working load limit, I think is on it, on the hook, or it looks a little thin, or looks like there might be a really bent link, it's time to throw that out. Or get rid of it, exchange it, whatever. Same thing with binders. You can't read the working load limit or what size it is, same thing, exchange it, get rid of it, whatever. Take care of your binders, lube your binders. I'm actually probably going to do a binder lubing video here soon. But what I do is I take 3-in-1 oil, 3-in-1, and I actually put it on my binders every time I use them. Put it on the threads, just run a little strip down each side of the threads, and put it in a little gear in the middle, and also lube your ball bearing. It really helps out a lot. So, and you also want to take care of your tarps. Your tarps keep your freight dry, keep you from having load claims. Always use, if you're hauling coils, I do a tent tarp a lot. Now, I know this don't look like the greatest of tarps, but it's also been flopping around in the wind a little bit. I mean, I tighten it as much as I can tighten it. I mean, these are pretty tight right here. See, I'm actually putting my weight into that. You always keep your tight. Excuse me, sorry. Keep your securement clean as far as from any kind of damage if you can. If it gets damaged, get new stuff. So, get new stuff. Talk to your securement department. All that good stuff. Always carry extras if you can. Care about your safety. Don't care about your don't care about the pocket. Care about the safety. Safety comes first. You never ever want to cut corners. Never in this industry do you cut corners. Never. That's what upsets me. I see a lot of people cutting corners, a lot of drivers out here, almost, you know, especially owner operators that buy the securement. Oh, I'm saving money. That's where they get that excuse. I'm saving money. No, you're not. You're actually cutting corners, and you're putting your life, everybody else's life, and your pocket in danger. Because if you lose your life or your career, well, your family's got to suffer then. If you lose your life, if you lose your career, you're suffering. You suffer, not the company. You do. So you always make sure that you're covered. It's like a CYA. It's what they say, cover your... Never let somebody determine your safety. If you don't think it's enough, throw more. If you don't think that, you don't feel comfortable taking it, find a way to tie it down to make sure you are comfortable with taking it. If somebody says get up on top of this load and tarp it, and there is no physical way you're going to get on top of that load and tarp it without falling off of it and killing yourself, like something that's got holes all in the middle of it, or a big gap in the middle of all that, you're not going to be able to tarp that. You're not. It's got to be within reason. I'm not saying, hey, to go out there and be lazy and don't do your tarps, and be like, oh, I'm going to weasel my way out of my tarps every time. No. Do your job. It's what you signed up for, right? Tarp your load when you're told to tarp your load. That's what you get paid to do. But that's some advice for you new guys coming into the industry. And some of you veterans, I know I can't tell y'all anything. Y'all been in this way longer than I have, or you've been driving since I was in diapers, or even before I was born or a thought. I get it. Understand. Don't get it twisted. I respect each and every one of you. But with the new guys, is what I hate seeing out here is inexperience, is companies not teaching these drivers what it is to flatbed. These drivers, period, on how to drive a truck. If they're doing company-sponsored programs, they need to learn how to drive the truck. Be safe. Don't get into situations that you're not going to be able to get out of. All that kind of stuff, I feel really bad with, seeing these things. I want to help each and every one of you. That's part of the reasons why I do these help vlogs. But it also helps me express myself. Since I don't train anymore, I don't really want to do a lot of training in a truck. I like to do training videos like this. Training in a truck is hard because you got to rely on somebody else when your life is in their hands. That's no more for me. No offense to any trainee that I have ever trained which is now a driver that I've trained. No offense to you guys. You guys were great. But sometimes it's hard to sleep, and you lose a lot of sleep. It's hard on you. It really is. So, I think that's about it. I don't know. I've been going on and on and on. This is probably going to be an extra long vlog today. But anyway, we're going to get on down the road. I think that's pretty much all I had to say. So, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please be sure to leave those in the comment section down below. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you please. And if you love the video, please give it a like. And also, don't forget that the social media links are in the description below. And I believe that's it. So we'll see you out there on the big road.